Hello, my name is River Yeo. I'm a nursing GAPS practitioner. Welcome to my office. Today I'm going to be doing another Mythbusters video where we are going to talk about aging. A lot of things that happen to us as we get old are blamed on pure old age. Some people, their hands start to shake when they're holding a spoon of soup, or their eyesight is getting worse, their hearing is getting worse, they have aches in their bones, they don't sleep very well anymore, balance problems with their balance. These are things that most often, if you go to the doctor and complain of one of these things, they'll say, oh, you're just getting older. And if they have a pill to give you to help with your symptoms, they will give it to you, and if they don't, they'll say, you're just getting older. There's nothing you can do. And this is absolutely a myth. What is aging? Let's put that aside. What is aging? Your cells in your body don't live the entirety of your life. Your body will make new cells depending on the tissue at different rates. Your skin cells are constantly being made, and because they go through a lot of friction and your body is constantly making new ones, your liver is basically a whole new liver every month or 3 months, I can't recall, but like every couple months you have an entirely new liver, because that is how rapidly the body creates new cells. So if you think about it, the whole casing of a person that you are could be 70 years old, but your liver could be only 3 months old. And the overall environment of your body, or both externally, what you're eating, and also internally, can affect those organs and body systems and symptoms that you're feeling. But that environment can get worse slowly over time as you age, but it doesn't mean that it has to be that way. I want to just talk about arthritis and joint pain, because that's something I personally experienced even when I was in my teenage years. I had a lot of joint pain, and I would wear braces of all kinds on all my joints, and I never injured it per se, but it was like painful. If I exercised too much, I would have pain in my joints. And I wasn't an athlete. I was just going to gym class and playing around with the kids outside after school. So it wasn't like I was really overworking any one particular motion. I was just, my knees hurt, my back hurt, I couldn't stand too long, I couldn't sit too long. I have a video about this if you want to. I wasn't sure if I heard my baby crying just now. I think it's in my head. Anyway, maybe it's a bird. But you can check out that video. But a lot of people say if this happens slightly later in their life, they just say, oh, well, I must be aging. I actually had a friend who was my age. She was in her 20s. And she had some knee pain. She said, oh, I guess I'm just getting older. And she hung out with a lot of grandmas at, I think, a knitting club or something. So I think she was just so used to them hearing them say that, she was like, I guess I'm getting old too, because my knees hurt as well. And it was very clear to me, this is not from you getting older. Oh my goodness, when I worked in the clinic and looked at lists of high-risk patients that the insurance companies were sending us, we had children with arthritis, like young, less than 10 years old children with really terrible arthritis. And obviously that's not from aging, okay? So the more this occurs in younger and younger people, the more obvious it is to me that this is not from aging. And let me tell you a few things that could be contributing to this. Let me get this book and show you. So this is a lovely book called Toxic Legacy: How the Weed Killer Glyphosate is Destroying Our Health and the Environment by Stephanie Seneff, PhD. Check out this book. So glyphosate is a chemical used in agriculture in the US and more in other places as well, sadly. The other common term for glyphosate is Roundup. You may have heard it talked about by its brand name. There's several brand names, but Roundup is the main one. And we have been using exponentially more and more of this chemical in our agriculture in such staggering amounts that it is basically found everywhere. It is in the air because it's in the biodiesel fuels that are made with corn filled with glyphosate. It's in our water supply because it is washed off of everyone's lawns and off of the farms and upriver, etc. And everything that water touches through the ground, there's glyphosate everywhere, guys, and it's disgusting. But what's the deal with glyphosate? Why is it so bad? Glyphosate, it appears, and is discussed in more professional terms and detail in this book, to replace glycogen in our bodies. And so when glyphosate replaces glycogen, what is glycogen? Glycogen is in collagen. Let's see if you can follow this train here. Glycogen, collagen. What is collagen? Collagen is becoming popular now. Everyone's taking collagen powder because it's the new hip thing to do. What is collagen? It is the stuff that holds us together. It is the sticky stuff that holds us together. Basically, the stuff that holds your muscles and attaches them to your bone, that's collagen. The encasing that connects all your organs to hold together so they're not like a slop full of jello. Actually, if you've ever made jello, that is basically collagen that is creating that jiggly appearance. If you make meat stock or a bone broth, you may see a similar thing. It's not just bone marrow that causes this. What's the word? It's in marshmallows as well. It's not just bone marrow, but it is the collagen that is all over the body that, yes. Our joints are made of collagen. What connects a bone to another bone is collagen. And the padding between the two bones, that is made of collagen. If you've never separated a chicken by yourself, I really recommend doing it so you can get acquainted with anatomy. I think it's amazing that in public school they paid for, frogs soaked in, formaldehyde and squids and all these weird creatures, but we never actually just separated a chicken. And it's very easy, simple to do. Grab it from the store, from your local farmer, separate a chicken, and I usually cook it first, and you can separate out the collagen bits from the chicken and see how healthy that chicken was. If that chicken had arthritis, the collagen between the two bones will be thin and barely anything. If it's a healthy chicken from your local farm, you'll see the collagen in the joints is thick, and when you cook it, it's soft and delicious and rubbery and the same kind of feeling as like a fruit snack. It's like that soft, chewy kind of feeling is how the collagen, when you boil it in your chicken soup, should taste and feel like. It's very pleasing to the palate. And anyway, that's one way that we can help to remediate the situation with the glyphosate that we are inundated with in our lives, in our environment, especially if we've been eating non-organic foods for much of our life, processed foods. We can eat some collagen, excuse me, to help rebuild these areas, because when you have a molecule that becomes inverted in some weird way, your body's going to say, hey, that's not right, that's not me, and it will eat it away. Some people will call this an autoimmune disease and say, oh, the immune system is crazy. It's eating away at my joints. They call this rheumatoid arthritis. We gotta bash down that immune system with some meds because, oh my goodness, what are they doing? The immune system is doing something right. There is a reason that the immune system is doing this. Anyway, this is just one common thing about joint pain and aging that I like to just introduce very gently to people. Joint pain is just one thing, but there's a reason for all of the things that happen to you when you're aging. And it's normal for you to change as you age, but it is not normal for you to be debilitated. And in traditional cultures that have their traditional foods, especially before they have been inundated with Western processed foods and maybe prevented from living the lifestyle that they had lived for generations, perhaps hunter-gatherer or whatever traditional way of farming and keeping animals that they had. If they are prevented from doing those things, their health rapidly declines. But you do not have to live in a house with electricity and running water and heat and air conditioning and have a bunch of vitamin supplements in your pantry to be incredibly healthy. So healthy that you live a long, healthy, happy life and die peacefully in your sleep without any need for any, intensive care. And that is not the case anymore these days because we have poisoned ourselves, and we are continually poisoning ourselves with this kind of stuff. Yes, so that is the Mythbuster for today. It's because I'm getting old. Myth busted. If you have any other ideas of topics that you would like me to cover in Mythbusters, let me know in the comments below. If you like this kind of thing, you can subscribe, you can push the bell button, you can like this. These are all ways that you can signal me and YouTube that you want more of these kind of videos. So feel free to support my channel in that way, and I'll be talking to you later. Bye.